Hello, hello, hello. From my walk, I just hit 10,000 steps, but I was like just knocking out some things, checking in with clients, uh, just thinking about different things that I want to do, reaching out to people that are wanting to join the mini mind and just had more questions, like so good. And I have a few more things that I want to wrap up on my walk. But thought it was the perfect time to take like a break from those tasks and pop in and say hi to you. So give me hashtag live, hashtag replay. I want this to be a really juicy, kind of like a behind the scenes of Wealthy Mama and sharing nuggets with you that will benefit you and your business. And I have nothing like planned, and I really love doing that because then it's like super real and authentic and not scripted. That's not my vibe by any means. So I wanted to share some CEO moves with you that I have made this year that have literally changed everything. There's big CEO moves and there's, smaller CEO moves, but regardless of like how big or small they are, I really do believe they're all compounding. They're all creating the exact dream business that I've always dreamt of. And I've been normalizing that for myself and regulating myself around that. So that way it doesn't feel like I shouldn't have it. It doesn't feel like it's not real life. Like I don't speak that into it. I'm like, just like savoring every moment and feeling really grateful for every moment, person, dollar, day, idea that I've had, just every moment, just lots and lots of gratitude, which I do believe, just hopping right into the conversation, is a big part of it. The words that I speak to myself, even when I am not in coach mode, mentor mode, leader mode, you can verify with my husband. I am constantly paying attention to my words. That is not just a 2024 thing. That is as long as I can remember for the last few years. Ever since I've gone through an emotional intelligence leadership program, I have paid so much attention to my words, because they matter. They matter so much. If you're speaking belief, constant belief into yourself, into your business, into your family, into your day, into every goal, every dream, it doesn't mean that you don't have moments of doubt, but we don't ruminate on the doubt. We don't continue to wallow and stay there. And we are like totally being proactive and practicing sharing belief, pouring belief into ourselves and to others too. And it is a habit. Like I don't think about it anymore. In the beginning, it felt a little foreign to me, but it really does matter. And it makes such a difference. Like, because the thoughts that you think and the words that you say are very connected. So maybe your thoughts aren't on board yet, but then your words start to change. And I do believe it's easier to change your words versus your thoughts. Because so many of our thoughts are subconscious, meaning that you don't have full control over what you're always thinking. But for the most part, what comes out of our mouths, we do have control. And I, to this day, still will correct my words if I say something, even if I'm on a training or a podcast or a coaching session or in my marriage. I'm not going to always get it right. Hey, Sharana, I'm not going to always get it right on the first time, even after years and years of practicing this. And so it really is a core value of mine to correct myself in real time. And I don't care if anyone judges me for it because it's so important to me. And so like even in our marriage, if I say something and I'm like, ooh, can I take that back? I don't agree with that, or I didn't say that the way I wanted to. It's so important to me rather than just allowing the words to happen. Or if I say something in a coaching session or on a training and I'm like, oh, wait, nope, gotta take that back. It's almost like editing in real time. And I think that that's important to model too, because I've noticed that my husband's started to do it. And even people that I love and I'm around start to do it. And so it's like we're so connected to each other And I just think that that is so important. So that's not just a 2024 thing, but it is definitely something here to stay. So that's a big CEO move. Another CEO move that I've made is from January to the end of May, both my kids, well, Emma obviously is in school, so she had school full time, and our 2-year-old, not 2-year-old, he's not 2 yet. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Our 1-year-old, I had a panic mode. Our 1-year-old was in full-time daycare, and I just didn't love how I felt. Was it nice to have that much dedicated work time? For sure. But the vibes around me just felt completely off. And to be honest, childcare is so high, even in Columbus, Ohio, which is deemed to be a really family-friendly, affordable place to live. We were paying close to $400 a week for childcare. And so it just takes a huge chunk to make that happen. And I don't judge anyone that has childcare. I've had childcare in the past. I've not had childcare in the past. And so I went to my husband and I just said, I don't love how this feels. And we have some really big financial goals too. And I'm like, I don't love how it feels emotionally. It would really help, obviously financially with some of our goals. If, come summer, I pull Boone out of daycare. Emma was going to be home anyways. Why have one of them in daycare and one not? That was at least my brain. And so we thought about it, we talked about it, and we said, let's do it as an experiment. Which my brain really loves that. It's I'm not committing forever, but let's just try it out. And my biggest, or the biggest worry of my husband was me. He's like, I just want to make sure you're good, because that's obviously a lot to take on. And I said, I get that. And, even being 2 months in, I'm so happy. It doesn't mean that there aren't hard days. And I was very clear with my husband on that. I was like, if you come home and I'm having a moment, please don't judge me for that and don't think that I don't want this. And so we just had some really cool boundaries around this whole experiment, because I very much still am growing my business and I still do work around my kids. But I really, at the beginning of the year, I really shifted my business model. So it made it possible to even have that conversation, make it a reality, and continue to move forward as a family. And your business should be supporting your family, not just financially, but emotionally. And so I've just seen this huge shift in me as a person, and I'm seeing that ripple effect happen, and I'm just so happy about it. And I can only imagine by the end of 2024 what that will look like. So I'm genuinely excited. So that's a big CEO move. I've been doing a savings challenge since the beginning of the year and made it fun. I have a savings binder. I pull cash out. I even have automatic transfers to a Capital One, multiple Capital One checking accounts. It's free to sign up for those, by the way, at least in the United States. And it's so easy. So not I'm doing multiple savings challenges, which is so fun. I'll just give you a prime example. Okay. So with my automatic savings, I have different savings accounts in Capital One. And what I love about Capital One is they let you name the accounts. So all of these are just fun, playful accounts that have different goals. And so right before we were going on our vacation, I was like, I really want to get some cute new clothes. I always love buying new clothes before vacation and wearing the clothes on vacation. It just feels really rewarding and fun to me. And then I don't have to think so hard or, do a bunch of planning around other clothes. And so in one of my savings accounts, it was labeled Mommy Makeover. It had $400 in it. And I was like, I completely forgot I set this up. I say that with love. I knew it was there, but it was kind of a set it and forget it, which is the goal of savings accounts, right? But I think we've been taught just to have one savings account, and that, like, but what is it for? And then sometimes you can feel bad about using your savings account if there was not like a plan for it ahead of time. Like, do I believe that like it's great to have like, oh shit, money for sure. But what about like, oh wow, money? Like, because that's exactly how I felt when I opened up that account and saw a few $100 in there that I could spend on myself and buy some cute clothes. And it was because past Nelly just moved $10 at a time. This is one of the biggest things I teach with people, because it was a set it and forget it, and I didn't worry about it. And then when I was like ready to spend some money, I was like, oh, let me look at my fun savings accounts. And the one labeled Mommy Makeover had so much in it. And I was like, let's do this, right? And then it felt so good spending that money on myself. I had zero guilt spending it. I was so excited to get the package. I didn't feel shame in it. I was so excited to put on the clothes. All of those things matter, right? So that's been a big one. The 10,000 steps a day. Huge, monumental, life-changing. I will not stop. I want to do more. There's more ideas on top of the 10,000 steps a day that I want to do. This has been literally like therapy, free therapy. And I even have a plan when it gets like snowy and yucky here in Ohio of how I'm going to continue it. And so it's been life changing, not only for my health, but for my family, for me as a human, my business. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I work. Sometimes my kids come with me. My husband's come with me. It's been huge. Like I have nothing but great things to say about it. And it's so normal now. Like my family is used to me going for a walk, that I think that that's important too, to like just show my kids, hey, mommy's taking care of herself. And it's not this, for the most part, it's not this big deal in our routine. It's just normal, right? It's a part of the routine. It's normal. And it's even encouraged my husband without pushing him. And so it's just hands down so good. So like there's been a theme for this year, if you've heard it so far. Making it simple, making it fun, making it easy. I think easy and simple are pretty similar, but still. And enrolling other people in the vision. So that has been super, super important. And automating as much as I can, which I think also goes with it being simple. The greens shot that you see me drink is so huge. Like it's kind of hard to see in this lighting, like my skin is transforming. My next thing that I'm going to be adding is collagen and many other things, but collagen is like the next thing. I just want my skin to feel a little bit better. I tell you, like I've struggled with acne and like skin brightness since I was like in the 5th grade. And I didn't think that like I would be still dealing with it in adulthood, but like pregnancy, postpartum, hormones, all the things, like you know your skin and your whole body and your mind, everything goes through the ringer in so many ways. But we love it. It's amazing, right? But I want to feel good. Like that's been the biggest thing for me, is like at the end of the day, money comes and goes. I want so much time with my family. I want to feel amazing. I want to look amazing. Like I don't think that is vain to say. Like I want to be. I told my husband today, I want to be a snack, and he goes, "You're my favorite snack." You've been my favorite snack, and I'm like, "Oh, that's so sweet of you." But like, I want to feel it even more, and like, that's the journey that I've been on, and I think it is important to like feel that way now, and also want more. It's not like coming from like a bad place. It's coming from I want more. This feels good, and I want more. I think that is like a sweet spot. So that's been huge. I'm trying to think of other things. Again, I didn't have any of this planned on purpose. I really wanted to see like what showed up for me. My team, like us getting super organized. We use Trello for everything. Trello has made us so much money. It's given us so much dopamine. It is, I did Trello years ago and then I like shied away from it, just because I think other people got in my head and I lost sight of me. But Trello is my jam. They have a free version. It's a task management, project management hub. I get really overwhelmed in Canva. I get really overwhelmed in Google Drive. It just does not work for my brain. I've always struggled with keeping that organized. And like the biggest thing I've come to realize is when you are different, you've got to do things differently and not apologize for them and just find what does easily work for you and just allow it to be that way and kind of like drown out the noise of other people of like, you must do it this way. And it's like, but this is what really works for me. So Trello is here to stay. We've gotten nothing but compliments from, internally, externally. It's such a wow factor. And even though like we're on the paid version now, but it's $40 a month and it's making us so much money. It gives me so much dopamine. It is the best $40. And again, they have a free version that you don't have to pay. On that note, let's just talk about other technology that has changed everything from a CEO perspective. Standstore, huge. Standstore is a sales platform. I have tried just about every sales platform, email marketing platform out there. And I am telling you from experience, there's nothing better and easier and more affordable than Standstore. I am an ambassador of theirs, but even before I was acting as if I was an ambassador. Like, it is so easy to use. And that is huge for a busy mom because we don't have time to build out these long ass sales funnels, like automations. And so although there's been other softwares I've used in the past that are amazing, they're like triple the price, super clunky, super complicated. You've got to like connect all these things together. And they were just burning so much energy and time. I have never, ever since day one felt that way with Standstore. Like, if I couldn't find something, I found it really quickly by searching in the help place. But like that has even been like really, really rare. So Standstore, huge. Our text service that we use is Simple Texting, also huge. We have an AI software that we use that literally you can take long videos and plunk it in there, leave your computer, and it will pull the most SEO driven pieces of content, add captions in your branding to them, and then you literally download them and schedule them. Like, our team has been amazed with this software. So that's been huge. Also, Facebook groups. I have a couple of my own Facebook groups, but more importantly, I've been spending so much of my own CEO time in Facebook groups, and it has just yielded so many new connections, so many like relationships and energy and excitement. Like, I have met some of the most amazing humans by spending more time in other people's Facebook groups. And I'm never like poaching, like I'm just trying to make new friends. I always get that question a lot. So that's been huge. Going back to technology, we use Telegram a lot for our one-on-one clients. Telegram is a great service for like telecommunications, especially when you don't want to give out your phone number and you don't want to use social media. And I think it's just, I love having a separate location for people that are paying. I used to communicate like with coaching clients in Facebook, and it just felt so, it's a different part of my brain, right? I want to go into Telegram and like fully be in coach mode and like support them and then move into like sales and marketing mode on social. So I still interact with my clients on social, but like we always like, hey, I'll go into Telegram, right? Hey, I'll go into Telegram. So I love interacting with my clients on social and in the DMs, but it's very light and fun, versus like going into coach mode. It's still light and fun by all means, but it's just different, right? Like, I'm there to serve and support them and answer their questions and brainstorm with them and all of those things. So, Telegram has a free version, and if you do the paid version, it's still super, super affordable. So that is huge. Let's think what else. Just overall prioritizing me. I've been up-leveling, what I'm wearing every single day, doing my makeup more, just, having a little bit of an easier, more flexible schedule, what I'm eating, drinking more water, adding in more supplements like I mentioned. So overall, just the theme is fun, simple, feel good, prioritize me, because when my cup is full and overflowing, I can support so many more people, and not burn myself out in the process. And I think that is just a really, really important thing for us to remember. And last but not least is owning my knowledge, meaning I used to just kind of downplay what I do, downplay how good I am at what I do, how much I can help other people. And there's just been this sense of next level confidence of truly owning my skills, sharing my skills, and really allowing myself to be seen more as a mentor and an educator, and not backing down by it. We are so good at what we do. Our stuff works. Our process works. And so I owe it to myself and to the people that I want to work with. Kind of think about it this way. If you went to a doctor for something that you needed and they downplayed how good they were at what they did, you would probably not feel as comfortable with them. This is just intuitively coming to me right now. So I need to hear this message too. But if you went to a doctor that's you are in good hands for these reasons, right? I have all the faith in me that I can support you through this, challenge, whatever it may be. I have this many years of experience. I've learned these things. I have this expertise, right? Et cetera, et cetera. I can almost guarantee you, I know at least for myself, I would feel so much calmer, especially if their bedside manner as a doctor was just really, energizing and loving. So it's not just the words that they're saying, but it's how they're saying it, and they're not downplaying who they are, what they do, how they can help me, right? It just literally came to me. Light bulb moment. That literally just came to me. And so our results have been so different just even the last 60 days. And I think a big shift for me is I'm going to own what I do, and I'm going to ask and invite people more, and I'm going to give them the opportunity to be involved, not because I need it, right? But because I want to help more people. I want to change more lives. And the reason, or the way I'm going to be able to do that is showing up as the confident person that I can help them. I can serve them. I can help them reach their goals. Just as if I'm in that, doctor's office, right? With that person that needs me, right? And so I've done that behind closed doors, but I've just allowed myself to shine more and own it and stand in my power, stand in my confidence, consistently. And not just when I'm in a sales conversation. I think that, we're kind of when we're in that mode, it's kind of okay, right? Faith it till you make it type of thing. But it's just been so real and authentic, even outside of a sales conversation, that I genuinely do believe people can feel, and that it's created this magnetic pull that so many people, so many beautiful humans have just come into the Wealthy Mama world, and it's just felt incredible. So that's been huge. And on top of that, piggybacking off of it, I've been so comfortable sharing my process, sharing my framework, and it's getting people epic results, which is so energizing to me because I know how challenging and frustrating marketing can feel. And so by me standing in my power, me owning my gifts and then sharing those gifts has just created this beautiful law of reciprocity. I've been giving more than I ever have. And not just knowledge, but like, just doing fun giveaways and asking and inviting and giving and asking and inviting and giving. It's just created this beautiful, beautiful tornado of power that is changing so many lives. It's opening so many doors. And it was completely manifested and created by doing these shifts that I've shared with you, and so many more. I have tons of podcast episodes related to this. But at the end of the day, what it's all stemmed from is prioritizing me, hands down. And so like once I've done this more and more, it's felt safer to do, and therefore I've wanted to do it more and go deeper and deeper and deeper. And so it's just created this beautiful compound effect that has just continued to reap so many rewards. And this is like, it's not just a me thing. I remember somebody last year made a comment to me that it was like, you're prioritizing you. I don't even know how they said it, but they're like, it feels really selfish. And I was just like, this is why women don't do this, because then they feel bad about it. Like, it's bad to prioritize you. It's bad to stand up for yourself. And so I've just been on a mission to model how beautiful and safe and rewarding it can be by prioritizing yourself. And it doesn't mean that you're always first by any means. Like, there are a lot of mornings and days that my kids get that front row spot. And that's how it should be. Or a client gets that front row spot, right? Or my husband does, whatever it may be. But I'm not at the bottom of the list anymore, right? Like, I'm as tippy top as I can, if not the top, right? And that has just made a world of a difference, and then has compounded all of these other things that I've shared with you. I have such a clear mind that I can really continue to grow this vision the way that I want, and do it with love and integrity and energy and endorphins and creative ideas and all of the things, and still be able to be the mom that I want to be and be the wife that I want to be, right? So it's like, I'm going for the Holy Grail, and I want to help as many other people do the same. Now you're getting like, now it's dark. Now it's time to go home. So, you don't have to stay here, or you don't have to, how does that go? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. If you have anything that you want to talk about around this topic, how I can help you, how you can get the ball rolling, it is a process, right? And you going slower is not a bad thing, because you get so much more momentum and so much more sustainability with doing it slower. I love the saying, slow and steady wins the race. And I really do believe it. Like, at times I have felt like it's been going so slow, and then it's just like, boom, this tipping point happens, and then the momentum, then the compound effect kicks in, and everyone's tipping point moment is different. But if we just keep putting in the energy and effort, you're going to get there, right? Like, I'm walking right now, talking to you, taking the steps towards my house. Eventually, I'm going to get back to my house, and then I'll be complete, right? I don't question that, right? Like, I know that it's going to happen. So I love you so much. Slide into my DMs. Let's chat as always. And I'm here for you, and love you. Okay, bye.